Hello, ladies. Care to do my least favorite chore with me? Because I hate doing it, and I don't want to have to do it at all. But if I have to, I'd rather do it with you guys. So, whenever you are here, say hello. It might be a little noisy. There's going to be some clanking around as I get these dishes ready to be washed. So, come on in. Maybe you could wash your dishes while I also wash my dishes, okay? Hello, 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 everybody. I'm going to keep my fingers crossed that Facebook actually shows me comments and sends out notifications for the video and all of those things. You know, I don't even know if I'm on the right page. I might be on Maggie Wells. I might be on Get It Girl. Which one am I on, girls? Oh, I know how I can tell. Hold on. Get It Girl. I'm on Get It Girl. Okay. We're good. Hello, ladies. My husband's at work right now, and he was going to do the dishes before he left. And I was like, no, don't. I'll do them. I hate doing dishes. I detest them. I would rather scrub toilets all day long than touch dirty dishes. Well, hey, Lori, I'm glad to be. You girls are going to be seeing a lot of me on regular videos coming up. So get used to being sick of me. I'm gonna be in your guys' face all the time. Dirty dishes are gross. Girls, share the video out whenever you jump on here so ladies who used to follow us know that we're live right now, just hanging out and chatting. Disgusting. I was kind of organizing one of our cabinets. How in the heck do we have like 10 Tupperware lids, but no containers? And there's nowhere else in this kitchen that it could be hiding because we only have one cabinet that containers go in anyhow. So where did they go? I enjoy these videos too. Hold on, ladies, let me throw this rag downstairs. Gross, disgusting. My whole thing with dirty dishes is I just don't like to touch dirty food stuff. You know what I mean? Not like chunks of food. Obviously, we like scrape plates and bowls and stuff like that. But just gross, wet things. Gross, wet things. Gross me out. So, hello, ladies. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about and do all of those things while we're hanging out here. So, we are one of those old school houses that does not have a dishwasher. I've never lived anywhere with a dishwasher. Although we probably could use one, there's just nowhere to put it. And from everything that I see people complaining online, dishwashers are always broken and they're expensive. So I'm kind of glad we don't have one. Hi, Owen. Hi, Sharon. Hello, ladies. Hello, everybody. Again, I apologize for the noise, but it's a real life video. First thing I have to do before I wash dishes is I have to scrub the sink. Because obviously our dirty dishes sit in the sink because we don't have counter space to set them. So I like to clean the sink with like a little scouring pad before I start the dishes. It's just my process. Like everything in my life, I probably make it more complicated than it has to be. Well, hey, Kathy, I'm glad to be here. Once I do these dishes, girls, then I'm going to start washing some wigs because I'm going to be posting a ton of wigs for sale. Plus, I'm also planning on having a Maggie's Closet clean out as far as clothes go. Probably just like a small one every single day this week. Until all of my stuff is gone and all of my bills are paid. That's my plan. I'll try to keep the water pressure turned down so it's not so loud for you ladies. And we have a nice, sparkling, shiny sink. All right. There's not that many dirty dishes, but we do still have dishes sitting here from Easter, which I know is kind of gross, but yesterday was a busy day for all of us. Hello, Kelly. Hello, girls. And none of our kitchen stoppers actually fit the sink, so you have to take a rag, lay that over the drain, and then put the stopper in so that we can make the water stay in the sink. You have no counter space either? Yeah. I mean, we have more counter space since we redid our kitchen, but it's still not adequate counter space. And the extra counter space we have is clear back there, so nobody's going to be putting dirty dishes over there. Hello, Sally. Hello, everybody. Welcome, my ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I only do dishes maybe like twice a year, if that. So this is counting as one. And if I can get away with not having to do it a second time this year, I'll be happy. Hi, Ann. I also got laundry going right now. Laundry's my favorite chore to do. Laundry and vacuuming and making beds. Those are my favorite chores, but dirty dishes, count me out. How's the finger? It's really stiff. I took my tape off of it because I can't take that brace off to like when I wash dishes or take a shower or whatnot, so I have a couple that I switch between. So I took the tape off so my finger wouldn't get completely waterlogged. You find doing dishes relaxing? It's gross. It's disgusting and I hate it. But we just I made some ham salad. So I've got our food processor. We have one saucepan. Let's see, we have bowls that are stuck together. 1, 2, 3, 4 dirty bowls, a cup, and 2 shaker cups, and silverware. So it's not that bad, but I still don't want to do it. I'd rather not, you know? I know, it's been a long time since we've been in the kitchen. I can finally bring you girls down here. I took my Christmas decorations down the other day. You'd rather do dishes any day? So are dishes your guys' favorite chores to do? I'm going to have to go grab a washcloth from the bathroom because I don't have any clean dish rags. My husband and son just always do it with like little scratch pads. I don't like doing it that way. I like having a dish rag. What's my weight now? Same as it's always been. Usually like anywhere from like 117 to 122. I've been pretty good at maintaining that same range. Before I go get a wash rag, I gotta scrub the other side of the sink where the clean dishes will go until I rinse them. Sorry, I should have planned ahead and grabbed the dish rag first, but you know, this was an impromptu, spontaneous live video, so you get what you get, right? All right, let me go grab a rag really quickly. I'll be right back, girls. Okay, here we go. Let's get this done. No gloves? Nah. Let's get in the way. And like I said, I only do dishes like twice a year, so I wouldn't be at risk of my hands getting dried out or anything anyhow. Janice, your favorite chore is dishes? Yeah. I just like laundry's my favorite. Making beds and vacuuming. I also don't mind like wiping down walls or cabinets, stuff like that. We are doing good, Pam. I hope all of you ladies are doing good too. Can't believe we have 150 people on here. Share the video out, girls, because I am going to be attempting to go live like almost every single day since I'm only working 2 days a week for Velvet Noir. I've got plenty of time to go live with you girls. What stitch gun do I have? It's from Amazon. It's called, if you just search micro stitch, it should come up. I don't know if there's a particular brand, but I do know that the box says micro stitch. We are doing good. I hope all of you ladies are doing fantastic. I cannot believe today is already April 7th. Absolutely insane. But like I said, I'm going to be washing some wigs tonight after I get these dishes done, and I got a load of laundry to fold. And then I'm also just planning on popping on with you girls, doing live videos. Plus, I need to sell some stuff and make some money. So we'll be doing like Maggie closet cleanouts. Maybe we'll go down to my basement and you girls can check out my clothing racks I have down there. We'll sell that stuff and get it out of my house. Hi, Nancy.
I thought you were talking to yourself for
Well,
a second.
I could be. Will I get more hours at Velvet? I have no clue. I usually do like 5 videos a week, and I'm scheduled to do like 2 videos a week. I think maybe I might have 3 next week. So I'm really not sure, but it obviously affects my paycheck. It's like 3/4 of my income. So Maggie's gonna find alternative ways to pay the bills. Our Easter was good. We just stayed home as well, Glenda. Juliana's birthday is coming up. How many days till your birthday? 6. Yep. 6 days. Yep, that's Juliana. She is getting grown. She's got a track meet tomorrow. Bentley got his letter today for wrestling. So he was one of 2 freshmen who lettered in wrestling this year, and the other kid was the first place state champion. So I was super proud of him for that. So the kids are all doing good. Diane, that's just what I was scheduled. Hi, Vincenza. I have not seen you in forever either. Girls, what are we going to talk about? Did you put your track sweatshirt you've been wearing in the dirty clothes?
I think so.
Because I still have a load of darks to do. So if you need it for tomorrow.
I might wear my other side.
I know, but it's going to be cold, so you might want to have both.
Okay.
You know? I only remember Juliana's birthday because yours is 4/11. Yep. Hers is 4/13, and then my husband's is on the 25th. He's getting old. I mean, I don't know how we're staying so young and beautiful, and he's getting old, huh?
No.
Your dad.
He's only like 44.
Yeah, he'll be 45. Hi, Betty. Hi, Christine. Hey, 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 girls. Hey, hey, hey. We do, Glenda. We do. I mean, nothing's really changed in my life, girls. Nancy, I'm not sure. But nothing's really changed in my life, girls, since we used to do videos every single day, other than my kids getting older. Hey, you can't have that playing. Other than my kids getting older and them being involved in all kinds of activities and us just literally constantly back and forth from point A to point B. It's been so long since you caught me. I know. I'm so glad that all of you girls are here. I feel like I missed a comment. Hold on. I'm going to dry off my hands and I'll scroll back. Here, watch out. Watch out, watch out. Let's see. Hello, Betty. Don't really get to talk to people much anymore because I'm not on BNB website anymore. So hello. Well, Marilyn, hello, hello. Now you can come over here and talk to us. Do I exfoliate before my self-tanning? Typically, yes, but it's only because I'm using an exfoliating mitt to remove my old sunless tanner. Since I used to dry the witch hazel on my face with your old college bill. Yep, that's a long time. Girl, we've had this page since 2019. That's a long, long time. Hello, Tana. Of course you can say hi to Juliana. Hi, Patty. Diane, yes, I still do keto coaching every single month. Anybody who wants to sign up for keto coaching, all you have to do is send me a message. I no longer just have it start on the 1st of the month. You can literally start any single time because it's always going to run 4 weeks from whenever it is that we start it. So, still doing it every single month. Haven't missed a month yet since I started that program in January of 2020. Praise the Lord. You would do fantastic selling makeup. Love your videos and personalities. I mean, I still sell Avon and I still use Avon makeup, but I don't know if it's because I did makeup every day on live videos for like 4.5 years that I just got burnt out on doing makeup videos. But that's the struggle that I've had lately, you know? And then it's like, by the time I get up and I do my makeup, and especially if I have a morning video, I'm kind of in a time crunch to like get my bedroom cleaned up, get my bed made, get all the clothes set out and stuff like that, that I don't always have time to sit down and do like a lengthy put on my makeup video too. Do I only coach for 4 weeks? So Sally, I do have a 2-week program and then the 4-week program. Some clients do 2 weeks with me. Some clients do 4 weeks with me. Some clients stay with me for months and months and months and months and even clear through their maintenance journey just because they like the ease and the flexibility of not having to choose or decide what to cook. And it kind of also prepares like their grocery shopping list for them too. Get a TikTok account and build your following since ours are cut at Velvet. I should, Brittany. I just don't know what to do on TikTok. Like, you know, like what my thing is. But, I mean, I hope I get some hours back there. It was just kind of, I just looked at the schedule and then like a lot of the days were gone. So my focus in this month of April is just selling enough things in my home to be able to pay my bills. That's the first hurdle we have to get through, girls. Because like I said, that's like 3/4 of my paycheck gone. So we're going to tackle that first, one thing at a time. If something in your life changes, then you have to sit down and you have to make a plan and prioritize like what the first thing is that's most important. So obviously the first thing is making up the money that I'm not making through that and paying my bills. And then we'll just continue to do what we need to do next after that. What am I eating for dinner? I already had my dinner. I had ham salad. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. No new home improvement things going on. You miss my old format? I mean, I know a lot of people do, but we all have to work to pay our bills, and so we just do what we have to do, you know? Juliana is looking like a young lady these days. Kathy, I'm not sure about the hours. So we just keep on grinding, lady. That's what we do. Silverware is all done. Next we will do cups and then bowls. Then the food processor and the sauce pan. I don't think so, Dana. Hello, Francine. What do I put in my ham salad? I just do ham, dill relish, mayo, and then I use like yellow mustard or spicy brown mustard. Then you post the items that you read. Yeah, I know how TikTok Shop works, but until you have a following over there, you really have to invest money in purchasing the products, and right now that's just not financially possible for me. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you so much. Love your talks. They're so good. You have changed. Oh, thank you, Glenda. Hello, Francine from Chicago. Hello, hello. You have a similar Fire King butter dish. Fiestaware one? That's what that one is. Some Fiestaware. Alright, let me scroll back down.
Also, I got most of my stuff packets turned in today.
Good.
All I gotta do is turn in my homework for math.
You better start working on it. Hi, Hilda. You love Mexican chicken salad? I have a recipe that a lot of my clients enjoy that's kind of like a fajita chicken salad. Thank you, Susan. Susan says, Glenda, you're right. Maggie changed my life. Keto's still going. Keep on pushing, Susan. Miss you being on here more, but still here. Linda, I'm glad that you're still here. And I'll be on this page more. My schedule is opened up. I am going to be selling a lot of my wigs, Sally. For sure. Let's see. Pam says, I can definitely recommend Maggie's coaching. I did her program a while back, and I'm still implementing her info and menus. I'm down 92 pounds and still going. Get it, Pam. Just get it, girl. He is Deanna. Hello, Joyce. Hello, hello, girls. Hello, hello. Yeah, if you guys want to sign up for keto coaching, just send me a message. Like I said, I don't make people wait until the first of the month anymore. I have people that start at the 1st. I have people that start on the 19th. I have people that start on the 27th. It's just a whole lot easier. I decided to start doing it that way probably about a year ago because, you know, when the mood strikes somebody that they're like, I'm ready to change my life, to like change my everything, you don't want to have to wait 2 more weeks until that change comes because you might change your mind in the interim, right? So I found that just when people are ready to sign up, we get you started. Usually takes me a couple days to get your first menu put together, and then we just rock and roll. No, I'm still with Velvet Noir, but I'm only getting scheduled like 2 days a week and sometimes 3 days a week instead of 5 days a week. So obviously that's a large portion of my paycheck, so I've got to switch gears, you know. Making chicken salad right now. I love chicken salad, but I'm a ham salad girl. I have to wash it with the ham salad though because number 1, it is high in calories, and number 2, like the sodium, my rings will be too tight tomorrow. Teresa's not going anywhere. Yeah, I'm not going anywhere. Girls, I'm not going anywhere with Velvet either, but schedules change. And that's just the way it is. We're good. We're good in the hood, girls. But like I said, the month of April, my focus is to find other means to make up the money that I'm going to be missing on my paycheck. That'll be our first focus here. Regrow this page, spend time together, reacclimate ourselves together, help Maggie get her bills paid, and we'll just keep on doing what we got to do. We'll just keep on keeping on. You know, I don't like doing my makeup lives anymore, but I miss those. I know. Maybe I'll slowly get back into it, but like I said, I think I just burnt myself out on those. Where it's like doing makeup. Makeup just used to feel like a fun, like artistic thing to do. And I think because I did them like every single day for so many years, that then it started to feel like work. You know what I mean? I am Tracy. I do still redo wigs for people. Just send me a message. So we can rehab the wiggies that you girls got. Hello, Maria. What am I doing to my nails these days? Right now, these are just my natural nails. I've been growing them out since December, although I'm ready to cut them all off and go back to short nails. I still do red aspen. I just decided to try and grow my nails out for the first time in my life around Christmas. But I still enjoy red aspen. They actually had a new drop that came out, I think today. I was looking at the email for it. Everything's still on my website. Like the links for everything's still on my website. My Avon, which I see you girls placing Avon orders. Y'all are still shopping the Avon. But right now these are just my natural nails. Thank you, Lori. Hey, all I can say is if you want me on that app more, let them know. Be like, hey, where's she at? Nancy, right now I'm currently not taking a collagen. Oh, Christine, I have no desire to start my own wig line. Number 1, you got to have money up front to do that. Number 2, I don't want to have to deal with the customer service aspect of it. Marilyn, I have no attachment to my hair. It's simply just long now because, number 1, I don't want to have to go to an appointment. That's basically it. I don't like scheduling appointments. I don't like going to appointments. I have literally struggled with it since I broke my finger because it's so hard to braid with this splint on my finger. I can't like get a good grip on the hair. But ultimately, when it comes down to it, it's still long because I don't feel like going anywhere to get it cut. Hello, Renee. I'm so excited that we have so many ladies on here, girls. Share the video out. Spread the word. Be like, get it, girls, here. She's washing dishes. Hey, if you guys are lucky, maybe I'll fold a little towels with you if they're dry by the time I'm done with the dishes. You love the red aspen nails? I'm telling you what, red aspen nails stay on forever. Am I doing anything special to get my nails to grow? No, I'm just doing a builder gel over top of my natural nail and then just regular gel polish. Hello, Renee. Hey, hey, hey. Karen, I absolutely am still with Velvet. I'll be with Velvet forever. I'm not going anywhere, girls. At least I don't think I'm going anywhere. Can I cut my hair? I can, and that's how I've cut my hair the last 2 years. But I just don't feel like it. I literally can't stand my hair so much. It's just like I don't even want to think about it. You guys are like my best friends too. That's what whenever I told you earlier today, whenever I was on my live video, that it's like there's no way that we're going to be able to go 5 days without seeing each other. It is all about spending time together. I agree. Do the nails come with good glue? They do, Casey. So each packet of nails comes with a ton of nail, like different sizes. It comes with an orange wood stick so you can push your cuticles back. It comes with a little nail file so you can buff the shine off your natural nail, or so you know, if you need to shorten the length of the nails or whatnot. And then it also comes with the glue. Hello, Rachel. Hey, girly pops. Hey, hey, hey. Thank goodness these dishes are almost done. Thank you, Dana. I almost cut these nails off the other day, but then it's like, I mean, December to April is a really long time. It's almost been, what, 4 whole months that I've been growing them. I would not let them get much longer than this, though, because after that, like, they'll just get in the way. And honestly, fake nails, like red aspen nails, look better on my hands than my real nails do anyhow. Number one, this middle fingernail, it must be one that I use a lot to type with because it's always shorter than the other ones. And then both of my pointer fingers they're like hooked nails. So they like curve. See how my other nails are straight and this like curves? So it's kind of like witchy poo looking. Package just how I was scheduled. Hello, Dominica. Hello, hello, girls. I'm in the kitchen. Nothing has changed in my kitchen, girls. My clocks still don't have batteries in them, and even if they do have batteries in them, they're set to the wrong times. I've got the same decorations up on the back wall behind me. Hold on, I'll spin you girls around in a second. Nothing's changed in my living room. The last time you girls saw my living room, I think it was right after I painted it that burgundy color. It's still exactly the same. My couch is still exactly the same. My bathroom's still exactly the same. Literally, not a darn thing has changed. My cabinet paint, hold on. It's Valspar. It's called, I think, Sherwood Forest. It's been so long since I had to answer a cabinet paint question. Hold my nails up to the camera. Okay, hold on one second. How do I get my wigs to not bother your head in the heat? I want to grow my hair out, but can only wear it short. I'm not a person who runs like hot body temperature wise unless I'm sleeping or I'm having a hot flash. So my wigs, I don't ever feel like add any extra heat to my body. There's my nails. Linda, you can look up a macro calculator on Google, and it's typically based off of your age, your height, your weight, your estimated BMI. Thanks, Bonnie. Literally, Teresa, it's the same old Maggie. Nothing's changed, girls. Like I said, the only thing that has changed in my life since I consistently did live videos every single day is my kids are older. They're all involved in sports. Some of them multiple sport activities. They're all 3 at different schools, and when you have kids that are involved in things, it is just a constant dropping this kid off at practice, picking this kid up from practice, taking this kid to, going to this meet, this tournament, that's literally all there's time for. There's time for work, like your job that you do to pay your bills, and those activities, and that's literally it, So that's really, I still have the same air fryer, girls. And I can guarantee you, it's still dirty on the inside. I'm still the same old person, just with an aging family. That's quite literally the only thing that has changed. Have David make you some kebabs on the barbecue. We don't have a barbecue. We don't have a barbecue. We don't got a grill. We don't got none of that. Not even a charcoal one. Girls, I mean, it's Little House on the Prairie over here. I'm literally washing dishes by hand with my dish rag. It's actually a bathroom washcloth because I don't have any clean dish rags. I got to do a load of whites next. And then drying them by hand too. Although I think I'll let those air dry for a little bit and then I'll dry them. You know? Same old, same old. I still got the hole in the bedroom wall. All of my windows still don't work. I use window air conditioners, for crying out loud, and my windows have plastic on them to keep the snow out in the winter time. Me too, Tammy. My kitchen cabinets, it's from Valspar. It's called Sherwood Forest. You wash by hand as well. I mean, my family could probably really benefit from a dishwasher, but honestly, probably not, because we're a family of 5, right? But we have limited space, and I don't know if you girls remember how tiny this kitchen was before I put in the island and then that back bar and added the cabinets. And this is just a rental, girls. So I bought those cabinets and then those 2 cabinets back there. They're literally just setting on the floor. They're not like, I haven't made like permanent changes. So before we had those 4 cabinets, the only cabinets we had are, let's see, that baby one, the 2 up above there that are completely unusable, that baby one, under the sink, those drawers, this and that. And that all had to be plate storage, food storage, container storage, pots and pans, and all of those things. So we are very minimal when it comes to dishes. Like I told you that we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dirty bowls. We only have 6 bowls. You know what I mean? Cups, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cups. And we have our 2 sets of silverware. We do use paper plates, but a dishwasher probably still wouldn't serve my family well because we would run out of dishes before it was even filled, you know? Love this, Maggie, you're back. This is real life, folks. I'm not a, I like my home is nice to me. Some people would maybe look at it and be like, I can't believe you live in that dump. I'm happy here. This like may be a rental. We've lived here for 10 years now. My children have been raised here. My neighbors are nice. They leave us alone. Our landlords leave us alone. We pay our rent. If something major happens, they fix it. And, you know, yeah, I'm sure it's nice to have windows that function. So if your house ever catches on fire, you can actually escape your home. But this is mine and I like it. And I don't mind being a renter. Am I going to plant flowers and open up the pool? I am actually to the point where I no longer have to plant flowers because, you know, I've been slowly putting in flowers and stuff like that, perennials, since we moved in here 10 years ago. I have no more ground that I can even dig up to plant flowers in. And then pools, we weren't able to open our pool last year because it tore. And honestly, if my work schedule has changed, we probably won't have a pool this year because I won't have the extra money to buy one. That's right, I fixed it up and I made it cozy. Pretty clean house. My house is always clean. It's never like, oh my gosh, there's crap all over the walls or dust on the baseboards. But a lot of times my house has the illusion of being dirty because, remember ladies, my house is not big. It's only 1,013 square feet. That's it. So a lot of times it looks dirty because it's cluttered. But that's also why I try to keep things like to a minimum, you know? I rent a house, Tracy. Do I still pay the same rent? Actually, this is our 10th year living here, and our rent just went up for the first time ever, and they only increased it $50. And truthfully, when we moved in here, that's back in the days when, like, with the housing market, it's like, well, it's cheaper to buy a house than it is to rent a house. But, you know, I didn't have, like, the income or the credit at the time to be able to get a mortgage. that we've lived here for so long and our landlords have been so gracious with keeping our rent the same, that the market has flipped back around and my rent is now cheaper than mortgages. But like I said, I don't mind renting. I'm not one of those people that it's like, oh, I just dream to own my own home. Because listen, unless you're paying cash for your house, you don't own your home until that mortgage is paid off. The bank owns your home. So personally, me living here and paying rent and paying to do like updates and modifications is no different than somebody who has a mortgage who's not paid off and doing updates and renovations to their home. You're updating the bank's home, you know? At least that's how I look at it. I don't need certain things to feel like accomplished or satisfied or anything like that. I like how Christine puts it. She says there's no glory in being a homeowner. It's a headache, believe me. I agree. Yeah, Susan, they fixed the electric in my office was fixed in, I want to say January or February of last year. Dishes are done. What happened to our pool? It was about 4 or 5 years old, and we don't take it down in the winter time. So those, you know, soft side pools, they just kind of sun rot after a while. So need a new one. But like I said, if my hours have changed and I'm literally just having to figure out how I'm going to pay the bills this month to keep water on, electricity on, and stuff like that, the pool's the least of my priorities right now, because I would have to buy a new one. Casey, no, you don't need a coupon code for Red Aspen. We're renters as well. I've been here for 25 years that we've been married. I like it. But, I mean, I think it also depends, like, regionally where you live. Like, you know, a lot of small town places, people own their homes. But there's people that, like, if you're in a bigger city like New York City, there's people that literally rent for their whole entire lives, and nobody thinks less of them because they're renters, you know? So, I like my house. I like it. I'm blessed that I get to live here. Like I said, I'm blessed that we have landlords who leave us alone until we need them. And that they've only raised our rent $50 in the 10 years that we lived here, and that literally just started last month. Like, no complaints from me. That's right, the bank is getting free renovations. What days and times would be on VMB? The next day I'll be on Velvenore's website or app. One of my video is Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Never own anything, even when it's paid for. If you don't pay taxes, they'll take it. That's right. That is right. Gina Renson, she loves it. I like renting also. Homeowning is kind of a pain because we have to fix all of our own things. That's right. See, I don't mind fixing little things, especially if it's like something I know that we can do. It's a cheap fix and whatnot, and we don't have to hassle our landlords and all of those things, right? But I like that, you know, since we've lived here, we've had to have our hot water tank replaced. We've had to have our furnace replaced. I like that those are not my issue and not my financial issue. Did you used to do title searches for homes? So, Tally, I worked for a title company, and I did not work in, I was not a title curator, so I didn't do like curative, like clearing titles or doing the title searches. I wasn't an abstractor. I worked in the closing department, and I specifically did REO closings, which is real estate owned property. So foreclosed properties, and I would do the closing documents, settlement statements, the closing disclosure and stuff like that, and the funding for properties that were being purchased by sold by auction companies or sold straight out to the bank to a buyer who's getting a loan and whatnot. House prices are ridiculously insane. I live in New York, upstate New York. And what was a little blizzard going on today. And why, you know, your daffodils are probably poking up through the snow. The dogs are all good. You girls can see Olive laying there in the background. Here. There's Olive. There's little Elle. Thank you, Kathy. The way the world is going, gas prices and the way the world is going, gas prices and all your well, you know, we're just all trying to survive here. That's it. Gas prices go up, gas prices come down. The biggest thing that I've noticed in probably the last 4 years is the cost of utilities. Utilities are absolutely insane, like disgustingly insane, but we're all just trying to work to survive. Yep, we still have Butters, we still have Katarina, we still have Emmy and Olive and Pongo and Georgia. They are all still here. I'm not sure, Jacqueline. It's just what I was scheduled. So that's what I said. My month of April, the focus is, because I only work 2 days this week, so I work Monday and Tuesday. Next week I'm scheduled 3 days, and then the week after that I'm not scheduled anything. So my focus, and if you girls can help me out with buying my things that I post for sale, is just making enough money so that I can pay my bills this month and don't have anything shut off. And then after that, you know, we'll reassess the whole situation. I don't think so, Michelle. Christine, if you're not getting notifications anymore, chances are Facebook has turned off your live notifications. So if you just tap on the screen, there's usually like 3 dots that pop up. Click on that and make sure your live notifications are turned on. Me too, Lori. Olive has, she's changed a lot in the last year and a half. If she could wear my skin, she quite literally would wear my skin. Like 1,000,000%. She will be wherever I am 100% of the time. Sonia, you're so sweet. I can work with a flashlight. I wouldn't be able to get much work done if I don't have a cell phone to communicate with my clients or internet. Heather. But, all right, girls, let's go see if that load of towels is done. If it's done, I'll fold the towels with you. If not, I'm going to get off here and do some vacuuming. So let's take a road trip. Look, there's Olive. There's Pongo. There's Emmy. Where's Georgie? Is Georgie outside? Let's see. I'll let you guys out, but I know you're going to go out there and bark. Georgie's probably outside sunbathing somewhere. Just basking in the sun. Oh no, she's inside taking a nap. What are you doing, George? Are you sleepy? She's like, oh, let me get up. She gets up just about as slow as I do in the morning. Georgia, are you tired? She's had a rough day sleeping all day, ladies. We can't expect too much out of her. Can I ask Joe? I mean, I think Joe's probably scheduling things the way that she feels is best needed. But, I mean, you girls can always say, like, hey, we're missing the Maggie videos. There's Butters. There's Butters. We'll see if we find Katarina. Katarina. Hold on, I think I just saw her. There's Katarina. Oh, hold on. There's Katarina. And we're in the dungeon, girls. Cash App or Venmo? I don't have Cash App, but I do have a Venmo. If you really want my Venmo, send me a message and I'll send it to you. I appreciate it, but it's definitely 100% not necessary. Oh, Joy. I have never had a kidney stone, but honestly, I can't even say I can imagine how painful it is. I can't imagine how painful it is. So I hope that you get through that very, very quickly. Hey. Maria, I like that. Let's fold them damp because I want to hang out with you. You must be instructing David how to fold towels. I went to get a towel out of the bathroom closet one day, and I'm like, these are, like, sensation-wise, Obviously damp. Deftones. Cool. Juliana just drew a picture. Deftones. Awesome. That almost looks like the owl from Harry Potter. Is that what it is?
I think it's from their album cover.
Oh. Oh. But I was like, these towels are literally still damp. He said, well, I thought they were dry enough to fold. I was like, clearly they're wet. And now I've got to rewash them because they're probably musty smelling. Let's see, Michelle said, girl, I'm here for you. I've followed you for many years and you've inspired me in so many ways. I actually had to pick up a second nanny, John, because my husband's hours are so low. Yeah, we just got to do what we got to do, you know? The whole thing is when things in your life change, girls, you can't stop. Like, maybe you can pause for an evening, but you got to make a plan and you got to start attacking it because life waits for nobody. Can you borrow Georgia? She would be terrified. Like, even when my parents come down, she literally hides the whole entire time. She is scared of people. Aw, thank you, Kathy. Tracy, I haven't done a makeup live for a long time because I hate doing makeup. I think I burnt myself out on it because I literally did makeup lives with you girls for like 4.5 years. And it got to the point where doing makeup felt like a chore and not fun, you know? Rachel, I broke my finger dusting. That's right, Sandra. A lot of people are having hard times right now. Hey, I'm glad to just be here doing chores with you guys. Like I said, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be posting a lot of stuff for sale. If not, things are gonna get real bad real quick here. And even if I went out and got a job at like Dollar General right now, I would never get a paycheck in time to be able to pay the things that are due. You know. So when I say you girls are gonna get sick of me, you're literally gonna get sick and tired of me. I promise you that. I don't typically fold stuff down here, but we're already here. We'll make do. I appreciate it, Tally. I love you girls too. You do have to pivot. That's the whole thing. Like I said, if something changes in your life, whether it be a small something or a big something, you can pause for like an evening and then you got to get up and you've got to pivot and you have to make a game plan. Like I said, like sure, yeah, I'd like to think about long-term game plans. That's not my priority. My objective right now is making up the difference that I'll be losing on my paycheck, paying my bills, and then once I can breathe over that, then we'll move on to the next thing. You did spell her name right, Linda. I'm very proud because her name, 99.8% of people do not spell it correctly. Okay, Tally. Okie dokie. On my eyebrows, I use an eyebrow pen. I get it on Amazon. It's from a company called iMethod. So the letter I and then method, all one word. And I use color 04. And it just gives like a whole lot more of a natural look. That's right. A woman's got to do what a woman's got to do. That's right. You have so many things that are so worth buying. You just have to have, this is the thing, is if you're having to sell stuff to pay bills, you just have to pray that the people you're trying to sell it to aren't going through financial troubles at the same time. We can't all be in the same boat at the same time, ladies. We have to take turns. We got to take turns with that. My son is graduating from high school this year. Now we have to get him going on with his adulting, which to me is the hardest stage with raising kids. My daughter is a great worker and she contributes to the income. She'll be 21 on the 25th of this month. They just grow up too fast. Way too fast. Oh, I think I'm going to do a load of whites next. And then after that, I'll do one more load of laundry today, unless my kids need more track stuff washed, which I have their track uniforms there. Look, ladies. Look at this Shangri-La I live in. you know, over the years, not so much anymore, but all my longtime followers years ago, remember when the trolls used to be on, like, you know, the old snooty patootie ladies would be like, you just think you're so much better than everybody else. And it's like, Exhibit A. Do I look like I'm living in the lap of luxury? My clothes that I air dry are literally hanging on an old telephone wire. An insulation crumbling down from the roof. And does it need to be fixed? No, it doesn't. You know why? Because this is a garage, and who gives a fiddler's fart? Who really gives a giant crap? Those are the days, girls. So here's my goals. My goal is, number one, sell things for good prices so I can pay my bills in April. My second goal is to rebuild this page to the point where we're getting trolls again and can have some fun. Because we deserve to have fun after a stressful time period in our life, right? Yeah, that used to be people be like, oh, you think you're so much better than everybody else. And I always used to joke and tell you ladies what? We all put our pants on 2 legs at a time, right? Have I seen my old man lately? I saw him once this winter, and that's it. I did start to notice, actually I think it happened on a live video I did upstairs one time, that something strange happened up in my bedroom. And you know he's only ever stayed in the garage and office area. And one of you girls said that you think that he misses me because I'm not down here as much. Hello, Annie. Annie, Bob, Annie. FYI, while I'm thinking of stuff to sell, I know it's kind of the wrong season. Girls, I have way too many Christmas clothing. Too many Christmas shirts, too many Christmas pajamas. I don't need 2 totes full of Christmas clothes. So I know it's kind of the wrong season, but, you know, if anybody's interested in Christmas things, Christmas. I also went for Christmas as my 2 front teeth. Actually, I also went for Christmas as my 2 missing teeth, but I digress. But if anybody is like, heck no, I would buy discounted Christmas pajamas and clothes in April, let me know, and I'll get them all washed up and we'll get them posted for sale. Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm too big for my bridges. Remember one of our greatest trolls of all time, too? I let her stick around for the longest time until she called Juliana the R word. Belinda. You're too big for your bridges. Maria, I know. The troll nostalgia is real. So that's what I said. My goals are, number one, sell stuff, make money, pay my bills for April, and grow this page enough that we start getting some trolls in here and can have some real good laughs. Kids used to go to work to help their parents. Probably go back to that if robots don't take everybody's job. Hey, even with robots, there still has to be people working to control robots. Dun, dun, dun. Miss having these conversations with you. And I'm not really having, but I'm sitting here listening and saying amen about every other word. I love that, Tracy. You always keep your house clean. I get to wear. I don't care what size of the house is. As long as it's clean, it doesn't matter. Seen plenty of people with big houses. Looks beautiful on the out, but nasty on the inside. Well, like I said, I definitely, I'll show you girls some of the clothes that I have to sell. I'm not a sentimental person. Literally, my things that I would consider like, that I would be sad if I lost, I saved 2 outfits from each of my kids from when they were little. And then there's just like a little wooden box that my husband got from his dad after his dad died. And it really just has like my husband's military certificates and stuff like that in it. And a couple pictures of the kids when they were little. I lost like all of my kids' Santa Claus pictures and stuff like that when our basement flooded. But everything else, I'm the type of person where it's like, if somebody walked into my house and was like, hey, would you mind selling that to me? I'd be like, absolutely. It literally means nothing to me. I remember whenever we could play music in the background too. That was a long time ago. I do, Susan. Belinda era. I know, the Belinda era was a good era. Will you be live selling stuff, and will you be selling anything other than clothes and wigs? What kind of stuff you looking for? Well, I literally just said, like, if somebody's like, hey, that picture you have hanging on your living room wall, would you sell it? I'd be like, of course I will. And I would have done that, girls, before I was trying to make money to pay my bills. Because I really don't have attachments to stuff like that. Oh my gosh. Hold on, let me put these towels in the basket. Well, if you guys have watched me fold this, you may as well watch me switch the laundry over. If you play music in the background now, Facebook will shut down your video and then you get hit with copyright things. I don't have a TikTok. My whole thing is, like, my whole platform was just built on doing live videos. I've never done, like, pre-recorded things. I don't even do reels or stories because I don't know how. And with TikTok, you have to be able to have the time and the desire to do those pre-recordeds. Make sure that it, literally lint flying around everywhere. Make sure that it's something that people actually want to watch or follow you for. And that's just outside of my mental capabilities at this current moment. Maybe purchase or perfume. I want to smell that one from the boutique that you say is so good. Oh, well, we have 3 that I really like from the boutique. The Amber Angel mixed with the Duchess, and then my absolute favorite is the Desert Phantom. I'll have to look and see what perfumes I have. I was gonna tell you, Maggie, you would take off on a rocket ship on TikTok, but I understand it's a lot to get started. Yeah, see, I just don't know what to make videos about. And I also don't want to like pigeonhole myself into like one specific topic, like, oh, that's the weight loss girl, because like, yes, well, I own a business that involves helping people lose weight. Like, sometimes that can't be like every single thing that you always talk about. You know what I mean? Girls, you know, one of my like autism ADHD things is that I have to count the stuff as I take it from the washer to the dryer. And it's literally like causing me, like my heart's beating a little bit faster because I'm not counting these things. I tried to count them and still talk to you at the same time, but it did not work. Hello, Lana. I actually was just adding some Randy Travis songs to my Apple Music the other day. A lot of people just do lives like you are doing now. Just turn on both apps and go for it. I'll have to start a page over there, but I think you have to have 1,000 followers to be able to go live on TikTok. How does my husband help me? My husband literally does 90% of the housework, and he also umpires baseball during spring, summer, and fall. He does not only the housework, but my husband also does all of the cooking, pretty much all of the grocery shopping, all of the chores outside of cleaning our bedroom and doing the laundry, because I truly enjoy doing laundry. It's like my favorite thing to do. So my husband, he helps me in a lot of ways. My personality would lock anybody in. Do I still take Vyvanse? I don't. I started taking Adderall, I want to say a little over a year ago, just because Vyvanse got too expensive. It was like $300 a month when I first started taking it. And by the time I switched from Vyvanse, it was almost $600 for a 30-day supply. So I switched to Adderall and I really like it. Oh, I appreciate it, Amanda. I think you would do amazing on TikTok selling wigs. I watch a lot that are on TikTok. The only thing is like, I don't have my own, like, I mean, I have my own used wigs to sell, but I don't have a wig company. So it wouldn't really be anything that I would be selling on TikTok. On TikTok, it would be more of a, you know, just like a me page. Which I probably should have jumped on the TikTok train about 3 years ago. But you know, I'm just an old lady at heart. I don't like having to learn new things. Yeah, and honestly, I mean, I loved the Vyvanse. Do not get me wrong, but it was just way too expensive, and that was before there was the generic. And right like my last month before I got off of Vyvanse, the generic was available locally, and I tried it, and I did not feel like it worked at all. So then my doctor was like, well, why don't we start at the cheapest and work our way up? So from Vyvanse, I went to Ritalin. The Ritalin was okay, but I did not feel like it didn't matter what my dose was, that it was like effective enough. And then I do the Adderall now. I take 2 doses a day. I take 1 extended release and 1 immediate release. If you ever find yourself in southern Wisconsin, let me know and we'll go karaoke. It's a blast here. I used to karaoke all the time, but I was a serious karaokeer. Like, some people will only karaoke if they're drinking. Not me. If I'm drinking, I'm not karaokeing because it is a serious business. You sit and watch people eat. Here's the things that I like to watch on TikTok. Conspiracy theories. I like to watch that. I don't ever really watch anybody do their makeup over there. Sometimes I'll watch cleaning videos, but only if there's like a specific thing that I'm wanting to learn how to clean. But I get more into I love political TikTok. I like watching both sides and people just bicker back and forth. I get on those live videos and just let them play in the background and just listen to the absurdity from both sides. And I like conspiracy theories, stuff like that. But, all right, girls, I got to start the dryer. It's going to be noisy. I'm going to put in a load of whites next. Remember, if you are doing whites, OxyClean White Revival. I put a full scoop in because I'm always doing a whole load of whites. I put a full scoop in my washer before I put any of the clothes in. It's important to remember that even if this says that you can use cold water, the OxyClean, the bleaching aspect of it is only activated in hot water. So say you have something that's white that has to be washed in cold water only, like maybe it's like a more of a dressier top or whatnot. You can take your OxyClean, mix it in just like a bucket or something with super, super hot water to activate it. Let it cool and then toss that whole bucket in the washer. But if you're using OxyClean White Revival and you're just using cold water with it, you're not getting the benefits of the OxyClean White Revival. You know? That's my last little tip that I'll leave you with. But thank you girls so much for hanging out with me. Here, real quick. I told you that I'd show you girls the amount of stuff that I have to get rid of. Now, obviously, this isn't any of the wigs or whatnot, but ta-da! That, plus all the totes of clothes, shoes. Anybody have a need locally for some fake plants? Because I don't need any of these anymore. And I will set them out for our trash cleanup that is happening here. Hold on, I hit the wrong button. That's happening here next Monday. And I always set them up in a way so it's kind of like a display so people know, hey, please take my garbage. Don't let people throw it away. But just, a crap ton of clothes. Look, more drawers. Hold on. Drawers full of clothes. This whole cube thing here, full of clothes. And then, this is my Christmas decorations. Again, look at my lovely ceiling. Please observe. Christmas decorations, Christmas decorations, Christmas decorations, Christmas decorations. This is how many other holidays I decorate for. These are 2 of our 4 Easter baskets that we have. And then this is all of our Halloween decorations and clothes. And then this is Christmas. There it goes. So, what a Looney Tune I am. I'm just more clothes. Just more clothes, girls. You know? But, alrighty, I'm going to get off here. Drop off to Goodwill. Well, I can't because I've got to make some money. So, I sell it just like people have yard sales. Move butters. You can teach people how to redo their kitchens themselves, DIY projects. The only thing is it's hard to teach somebody how to do something if you're not actively doing it yourself. You wish your basement was better organized? That basement is a freaking disaster. Are you kidding me? I literally walk down there and it's just like, oh my gosh, like, Lord, set this house on fire because it is such a mess down there. You'd love some fake plants? Yeah, everything that's on those 3 shelves, I really don't use anymore because I don't ever decorate anything. Like, I have my decor, my decorations, like, upstairs in my, like in my bookcase upstairs. Nothing in my bookcase ever changes. These decorations are in here all the time in the same exact places, except for whenever it's Christmas time and my Christmas village is in here. It never changes. So all of that stuff down there, I literally don't use or need because when I put my Christmas village in, I box all of this stuff up and that's it. I do collect ashtrays. I got like that ashtray. I have this ashtray. I have 3 ashtrays up in my bedroom. That little like Bearstein mug. This was my husband's dad. Him and one of his sisters got that for their dad in 1995. This little ashtray was my mom's dad. He passed away when my mom was 2 years old. Look, this is my husband's dad. Is that not my husband's twin? But, yeah, I don't ever change my decor around, so all of that stuff I have down there on those 3 shelves, like, it just sits there. I have no need for it. When is my next live sale? So, Melissa, I'm going to be selling, like, doing, like, online yard sales of my own personal clothes throughout this week. Plus, I'm going to be posting wigs for sale. And then my next VMB video, when I'm on the app, is going to be 7 Eastern Standard Time on Sunday. Look how broken out my face is, girls. I gotta stop picking at it. But it just is what it is. Thank you, Tally. You would never let me see my girls. I mean, did you miss my garage? My garage is hold on. I just got a text message. Okay. My garage is a disaster. Okay. My garage is a disaster to me because I know as soon as I show you guys one section, then you're going to be like, Maggie, you're a lunatic. You would have 17 extra hours in the day. Now, I do have stuff pulled out right now because I've been moving boxes around and like changing things. I have some, winter coats and stuff hung up here. We, of course, have, what's that? More clothes that I can sell, plus my husband's baseball stuff. We've got our pantry because we can't keep all of our food in the kitchen. Stuff to get rid of. And then this is all car stuff right here. But my family carries stuff down and they don't know where to put it. So they just stick it there. So that's my problem to take care of. And then this is Maggie's section. Now, you may say, hey, Maggie, do you have any outlets, switch plate covers, stuff like that? Well, of course I do. Here in the drawer labeled electrical. Where else would you look for it? You need a light switch? Got it right here. You need a faceplate? I got it right there. Right there in the electrical drawer. You might be like, hey Maggie, do you have any screws or anchors? Of course I do. In the screw or anchor drawer. Did you look? What about specialty screwdrivers and Allen wrenches? Right there. How hard is it to put it back where it belongs? You want to know how hard it is for people to put things back where it belongs? Do you have crud cutter? Do you have old paint that you need to get rid of, but it's illegal to throw out paint? Well, just come look in the crud cutter drawer, ladies, because I have multiple packages of it in here. But you know how hard it is for people to put things back where it belongs? I mean, furniture pads, cables and cords, painting miscellaneous, pliers. Do you need a pair of pliers? We have tape, paintbrushes, roller covers, but no. When we take something, we certainly don't know where to put it back at, so here is this tote. This is like my equivalent of a junk drawer. This is stuff that I find around the house that people have taken from those precious drawers, and then I find it in the house in places where it doesn't belong. Because why would there be 2 pairs of pliers right there when we have a plier drawer? Right? Why is there tape under the kitchen sink when we have a taped drawer? Anybody know? Anybody know? They riddle me that. I'm just teasing. I am neurotic, and I can't always force. My family does the best that they can, but I can't always force them to conform to my OCD anal tendencies. You know? Yes, those drawers are on Amazon. Those are actually supposed to be for baseball cards. Do I have any washers, bolts, and screws of various sizes? Betsy, would you like for me to show you? That's just like, okay, you know I don't do political talk on here, and I don't care what things are one way or another, but I tell you that I listen to a lot of lives discussing political things. The people who are like, women aren't going to be able to vote because they're going to have to show their marriage certificate or their birth certificate or this or that. I can literally grab my children's birth certificate, social security card, marriage certificate, my original birth certificate, my old social security card, my new social security card with my married name here in like 0.75 seconds. Do people not know where that stuff is at? And if you don't know where it's at, why have you not already gotten certified copies as soon as you realized it was missing? Girls, I did not realize I was so passionate about organization. I didn't realize it was a passion of mine. Oh my goodness gracious. I need a faceplate. My dog broke one with his zoomies. Linda, I probably have 2 different styles you could pick from. You can label all you want. They still won't put it back in the correct place. Now, I will say, whenever I reorganized or I redid our kitchen and like I put our junk drawer together and our snack thing together and stuff like that, people were like, it'll be like that for a month. It's never going to stay that way. You want that? You want me to take you upstairs and show you my junk drawer? You want me to take you upstairs and show you my junk drawer? Because it is very much organized. We do have a couple small screwdrivers that we keep up there, both Phillips and flathead, because sometimes you don't always want to come down, especially in the wintertime because there's no heat in that garage, to source out a screwdriver or a pair of pliers. So we have like 2 pliers that we keep upstairs, a couple screwdrivers and whatnot. I can guarantee you it is just as organized as it was 2 years ago or three years ago when I finished that kitchen. But all right, girly pops, I'm getting off here. I got to start that last load of laundry. I got to dry those dishes, and I want to get some vacuuming done. Like I said, send me a message. If there's something of mine that you want to buy for me, let me know. But I'm going to be washing wigs tonight, and I'll be working on restyling those tomorrow. And we'll go live again tomorrow. Let me know what time is a good time for you girls for me to go live and just like, you know, it might be a live video where we do a live yard sale, or it might just be a chat thing. But let me know what time is good for you, okay? Don't just watch your clothing lives, but I like just hanging out with you. These have always been all of our favorite kinds of videos, Amanda. Organization TikTok, there you go. The only thing is my doctor has told me before, she was like, you know, sometimes people with ADHD also have, and I don't like to use the term OCD. I really shouldn't have even said that because there is OCD that really truly affects the quality of people's lives. So I always say that I have perfection tendencies. And there in my mind is a difference between people who have perfection tendencies because they like things nice and tidy, and then people like me who have perfection tendencies that when it's not perfect, it causes anxiety and it literally stops your day and you can't move forward. Because if you think that as soon as I get off this live video that I'm not going to go and count all of the pieces that I put in the dryer, you guys are absolutely insane, because that's 100% what I'm going to do before I start it. But I'm so glad that we hung out this evening, girls. I'll be back on live video tomorrow. Watch for things being posted for sale. Say a prayer for me. Say a prayer that Maggie's able to sell things, make money, and get her bills paid this month. And if there's any prayers that you girls need, I don't need to know what it's for. Just be like, hey, pray for me too, girl. All right? I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.